In a distant future where humanity has colonized the stars, there's a profession known as Starport Miners. These intrepid explorers travel to uncharted asteroid fields in their trusty spaceships and shoot the rocks for valuable crystals inside. The best part, it's an unlimited resource, so no mining rights or licenses are required. All you need is a spaceship and a good aim. And if you find yourself getting low on cash, all you have to do is blast some rocks and collect the shards within. Easy money. But this was just the beginning of the story. Because one day when entering an asteroid, a lone miner finds out he is not alone. A large corporation has beaten him to the punch and is already harvesting the crystal inside. But why? Why are they doing this? He thought to himself. Could it be that they're after the same thing as him? More money? No, that couldn't possibly be true. Surely these faceless suits had some other reason for being here. And so with a wave of his hand, he blasted them to smithereens and took the asteroid for himself. He made a decent living off this venture and soon upgraded from his old jalopy of a ship to a brand new, shiny, super-powered one. The works, scanners, targeting, everything was top of the line. He could now take on much larger asteroids and make even more money. But little did he know, he was now on a collision course with the very corporation he had just destroyed. You see, since the dawn of human spaceflight, there have always been two kinds of people. Those who own the ships and those who fly them. And as you probably guessed, the former are far more numerous and powerful than the latter. It wasn't until a century ago that the last independent shipwright was ground into the cosmic dust by the might of the mega corporations and their relentless pursuit of profit. Now every ship ever built was owned and operated by one of the 5 major corporations, each more cutthroat and ruthless than the last. They controlled every aspect of the mining industry, from the ships to the fuel to the very markets where the minerals were sold. For decades, the balance of power remained firmly in the corporation's favor until the discovery of crystal. No one knows exactly who found it first, but the first confirmed specimen was discovered during the ill-fated New Eden expedition of 2345. This Pelusa gem was unlike anything seen before, and its uses were almost immediately put to use in starship construction. It was stronger than steel and lighter than titanium. It was the perfect material for starship hulls, and the demand skyrocketed. Suddenly everyone wanted some, and the corporations went to war over it. This interstellar conflict nearly pushed the whole mining industry to its breaking point. So in order to save themselves, the miners struck a deal with the corporations. If they allowed the companies to monopolize the mining operations, then they would keep the workers safe and ensure that everyone got a fair share of the profits. At least that was the theory. In practice, the corporations quickly moved to take full control of the mines, pushing the miners to work faster, harder, and more dangerously than ever before. Safety standards plummeted and many lives were lost. But there was nothing the miners could do about it. They were at the mercy of the corporations and their soulless machines. That was until one fateful day when an anonymous tip revealed the location of the largest crystal field ever discovered. It was so rich that if anyone could get to it first, they would become rich beyond their wildest dreams, of course. The corporations sent in their best and most heavily armed ships to secure the site, but they had failed. One lone miner had beaten them there and was salvaging the crystals for himself. This is the story of the last crystal miner, and how he took on the entire mining industry and won. Or maybe he didn't. Who really knows? The only thing we do know is that the battle for the richest crystal field in the galaxy was about to begin. In our next episode, we will learn about the hero of our story, Big Nose Joe, and how he got his name. Stay tuned.